morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Right, our teacher for this week, whose thoughts, words, quotes lead us into every meditation this week, is Winnie the Pooh. Or to be a little bit more specific, a book written by Benjamin Hoff called The Tao of Pooh, which recognizes even in the original story of Winnie the Pooh, the attributes that are really taught in this story are very Zen-like. It fits very well with the philosophy of the Tao. So the Tao of Pooh is what leads us into every meditation this week. Somebody, good morning. It is really good to see you. Hello. We all know the feeling. The day ends and you wonder where it all went. Tasks blurred into more tasks. Fleeting moments vanished into the ether, and you're left with a sense that time has simply evaporated. A thought from the Tao of Pooh is Winnie the Pooh saying, you can't save time. You can only spend time. But you can spend it wisely, or you can spend it foolishly, says Winnie the Pooh. Pooh Bear's reminder for us today is that in every moment, we are spending the precious resource called time. We mostly spend it unconsciously, not weighing up whether we're spending it wisely or wasting it away. So for today's meditation, I want to draw your attention to being present by looking at it in two ways. Being present right now and being present consistently over time. So we'll start with in the moment, being present in this very moment. Being present in the moment requires me to let go of my idea of what this moment should have been. Subconsciously, we always form an expectation of what we'd like a moment to be. This is not wrong, it's just what a brain does, but if I don't catch myself, I'll end up spending all my energy on an idea that has followed me from the past, leaving me without energy to effectively deal with the present. Anthony, good morning. Great seeing you, dude. Hello. A thought from the Tao of Pooh says, things just happen in the right way at the right time, at least when you let them. When you work with circumstances and say, instead of saying, this isn't supposed to be happening this way, and try harder to make it happen in some other way. So remind yourself to ask yourself in as many present moments as you can remember to do this. What does this moment require of me? What does this moment ask me to step up and do? What does this moment make available to me? And then the other way we're looking at being present today is being present consistently over time. I'm looking over the span of my lifetime so far, and I'm asking myself, what do I spend most of my time doing? We're always chasing some kind of goal, and goals are not bad, of course. But we have to realize that our goals are often what dictates how we spend our time, and by the end of our lives, we'll have a small collection of goals reached, but we will have spent an inordinate amount of time in the process of chasing those goals. This process shapes us. Who are you becoming in the process? How we spend our time is who we become. And at the end of our lives, we will have become the sum total of the processes that we were involved in. Maggie, very good morning. It's good to see you. Hello. So, two thoughts from the Tao of Pooh that support this idea. The first one is about Christmas presents. It says, the Christmas presents once opened are not so much fun as they were while we were in the process of examining, lifting, shaking, thinking about and opening them. 365 days later, we try again and find that the same thing has happened. Each time the goal is reached, it becomes not so much fun. And we're off to reach the next one, then the next one, then the next. That doesn't mean that the goals we have don't count. They do, mostly because they cause us to go through the process, and it is the process that makes us wise or happy or whatever. If we do things in the wrong sort of way, it makes us miserable, angry, confused, and things like that. The goal has to be right for us, and it has to be beneficial in order to ensure a beneficial process. But aside from that, it's really the process that's important, says the Tao of Pooh. Charlene, good morning. Hello, great to see you. One more thought from the Tao of Pooh. This is Winnie the Pooh himself speaking. He says, the honey doesn't taste so good once it's being eaten. The goal doesn't mean so much once it's reached. The reward is not so rewarding once it has been given. If we add up all the rewards in our lives, we won't have very much. But if we add up the spaces between the rewards, we'll come up with quite a bit. And if we add up the rewards and the spaces, then we'll have everything, every minute of the time that we spent. So look at the process that you are involved in, the process that you're trying to be present in, and ask yourself these questions. Am I present in this process, or am I on autopilot? What kind of person is this process creating? Am I growing, or am I busy breaking? If I don't reach my goals in the ways that I thought I would, I'll just pause on this last thought one more little time, because the truth is, whatever goals we are working towards, we never reach those goals in the way we thought we would, even when we reach them, and sometimes we don't. If I don't reach my goals in the way I thought I would, will I be happy with who this process made me? So perhaps, instead of evaluating the goals that we're trying to reach, could we put a little bit more weight on the process we're entering into in pursuit of those goals? Because whether I reach my goal or I don't, the process is turning me into something. Am I happy with what this process is turning me into? Whatever moment I find myself in, I'll either be foolishly wasting my units of time being in resistance to what this moment is, or I'll be spending it wisely in the process of creating the human that I'm happy to be. That was a mouthful. If you're ready, let's get started. You can close your eyes and let's slip into today's journey together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, feeling yourself rise with every inhale, feeling yourself fall with every exhale. Let's have a conversation about being present. Being present can be described in a number of different ways. Sometimes it's called being mindful. It can be called conscious awareness, being consciously aware of my thoughts, my emotions, and this moment. Or just called being in the moment. What does being present mean to you? What is your relationship with being present? Being present is, by definition, the absence of past and the absence of future in this moment. I'm clearly not present if a past fear is occupying my thoughts. And I'm clearly not being present if future anxiety is where my thinking goes. So being present means the absence of past, the absence of future. How often do fears of the past or anxiety about the future keep you from being present right now? Being present is not just some spiritual belief. Being present is about being practical. When you pour your energy into a past that you don't have any control over, or into a future that doesn't exist, then you simply have less energy to spend in this present moment where you can actually be effective. Can you be present right now, in this very moment? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, bring your attention to your spine. See if you're able to tilt your head to the left while you tilt your hips to the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. How easily can you switch sides, tilt your head to the right, your hips to the left? Switch sides one more time. And one more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you our theme today is being present. And if you're human, then just like me, since we've started this meditation until now, your mind has been wandering, strolling away from being present. This is what a brain does. We don't have to be perfect at keeping our mind rooted to the present the whole time, but we can become a lot better at recognizing how our mind wanders away and just bringing it back. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, bring yourself back to this present moment. Take your next big breath. Just like in this morning's message, we're going to explore being present in two different ways. We're going to explore being present in the moment, and we're going to explore being present consistently over time. So let's have a look at this moment. And this day, the day ahead of you. perhaps if you're at the end of your day while you do this, you can do some mental rehearsal for tomorrow, the day that might come. I'm sure we're all trying to be present, but let's use a few questions to help root us in presence as our day progresses. We'll use a few questions, and as soon as this meditation is done, perhaps write these questions down. You should remember these questions, or at least it should be easy to come up with your own version of these questions. But as you look at the day ahead, can you remember to stop and ask yourself, what does this moment require of me? Perhaps if it's the day ahead, you can ask, what does this day require of me? And wouldn't it be great if we can remember from moment to ask ourselves this question? What does this moment require of me? So as you take your next big breath, dive deep into you. See what comes to mind for you when you ask, what does this day require of me? Take your next big breath. Let's explore it with another question, or a different way of putting it. Let's mentally rehearse how we will step into this day and how we'll remind ourselves throughout the day. The next question is, what does this moment ask me to step up and do? It's the same question, just different words. Can you remind yourself to ask this question during your day? What does this moment ask me to step up and do? Take your next big breath. And then every moment offers opportunity. Even the moments that we feel we're not enjoying. Every moment offers opportunity and possibility. But if we're not present, if we're trying to be in a different moment, we will miss the opportunity that this moment presents itself. One more mental rehearsal on this moment. Remind yourself to ask yourself from moment to moment, what does this moment make available to me? What does this moment make available to me? Take your next big breath. Can we improve our ability to be present from moment to moment? And then let's explore this over time. Being present consistently over time. Because however we spend our time consistently is what we become. What we continuously do eventually is who we are. In the process of trying to do anything, in the process of trying to reach any goal, we become shaped by the process. So a few different questions. And with each breath, we'll ask this question and see what comes to mind for us. The first question is really just about being present. Am I present in this process? Or am I on autopilot? Would you say that you are consistently present? Or would it be true that more often than not, you're on autopilot? Am I more present or am I more on autopilot? Take your next big breath and see what comes to mind for you. In this process that I'm involved in, whatever it may be, whatever the things I'm trying to create, the things I'm trying to bring into my life, the goals that I might be trying to chase, whatever the process is, do I feel like I'm growing in this process, or do I feel like I'm breaking? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, ask yourself the question, see what comes to mind. In this process that I'm involved in, do I feel like I'm growing or do I feel like I'm breaking? Take your next big breath. If I don't reach my goals in the ways that I thought I would, will I be happy with who I have become in the process of trying to achieve those goals? Because whether I reach them or not, this process is turning me into something. Am I happy with what it's shaping me into? So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, ask yourself the question, if I don't reach my goals the way I think I should, am I still happy with the person I am becoming? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every cell of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read one more time a few of the quotes from today's message. Winnie the Pooh says, "You can't save time. You can only spend time. But you can spend it wisely or you can spend it foolishly." He says, "Things just happen in the right way at the right time, at least when you let them. When you work with circumstances instead of saying, this isn't supposed to be happening this way, and trying harder to try and make it happen some other way." Winnie the Pooh says, "The honey doesn't taste so good once it's being eaten. The goal doesn't mean so much once it's reached. The reward is not so rewarding once it has been given. If we add up all the rewards in our lives, We don't have very much. But if we add up the spaces between the rewards, we'll come up with quite a bit. And if we add up the rewards and the spaces between rewards, we'll have everything, every minute of the time that we spent. How do you spend your time in the spaces between the rewards? This is an ask for all of us, that we remember whatever we consistently spend our time doing is our life. Can we remind ourselves from moment to moment to spend our life doing the things that shape us into the person we are really happy to be? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for Winnie the Pooh. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to ask myself from moment to moment whether I'm being present in this moment. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for realizing that even if I set my sights on the best goals, sometimes who I become while chasing those goals might not be who I want to be. The reminder that how I spend my time is who I become. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for a beautiful space and beautiful humans to share the space with. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for spending your present moment with us and reminding yourself from moment to moment that every moment offers opportunity, if only we're there to see it. Hey, prepare a great good evening to you. Awesome seeing you here. Almari, good morning. It's always nice to see you pop in. Hello. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Sunmay. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you to all the beautiful humans that share the space with us. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.